Continuation of vegan recipes. Those are my own. PETA has their own recipes online as well. I don't know if they do wild animals, wolves and things like that. They might. I haven't seen it. How to make good karma. I don't know. Vegan. It has to be vegan, no meat. Nothing dead, nothing raped, no mammal DNA in it. Well, somebody cuts themselves by accident, well, fine, but usually that happens when we kill. Then, very good recipe. 2-3 pounds of potatoes or more. Cheapest, wild, Russell, or whichever it is that the person prefers. White, they have to be juicy. That's what matters. Juicy when cut, meaning not dry and mushy. Most of potatoes in the United States are great. That I say, famous potatoes are from Idaho. The Idaho potatoes are not expensive, about $1. Then we chop all in cubes, very small ones. Pour oil. Chop in cubes garlic, small ones as well, and chop in cubes onions. How many? 2-3 onions, about 2, maybe 1 large or 2 small ones garlics. Salt and pepper for taste. Big wok or a frying pan, whichever that is that we have. I once even in a pot fried because I didn't have anything, and that's all I found. But it was good. And so then we fry everything on high fire until it's golden, and the whole place needs to smell like garlic, potatoes, and onions. And how much? Plenty. Whatever persons need. If it thrives by feeding, then also it thrives outside. It's needed. It's like mushrooms. It is a rule. Picked up mushroom grows. If nourishes. That's called gratin. Gratin is a French recipe. It's a very good one. It is a recipe from a village, but also served in places that are fancy. I adore gratin. Is fantastic. If somebody wants to do gratin and add, for instance, protein, for instance, tofu to it, is also fantastic. Second recipe, so that can be main dish, that can be on the side. Next recipe, bean soup, colorful beans, 2-3 pounds in pot with one of those console, but not chicken, salt with different spices. Inside, all boiled, and just like that, it really is good. On top, it's possible to also chop parsley or cilantro, whichever. Next one, vegan cooler. Vegan cooler is as follows. We chop, it's soup but cold. That's all the cooler is. We chop radishes. 2 radishes, also we chop cucumbers, and 2 cucumbers we also chop tomatoes, and it's possible to add some onions to the cooler. It depends. It can be spicy, it can be less spicy. I like it spicy, so I add always onions and garlic. Some people don't like it. If one kisses a lot, for instance, it's optional, or speaks a lot in small groups in small room, like in conferences. Then, on top of it, we pour coconut creamer. Coconut creamer is fantastic for it. And it is supposed to be salty. A bit of salt, a bit of pepper, ready. Sometimes if we work out a lot and joints hurt, MSM small quantities because a lot is bitter in powder. I like natural brand when working out. Next recipe. So that's a dish. So we have gratin with the potatoes, and we have also the cooler soup. That's good for the summer especially. How do we eat it? Bowl like this. On top, we can put chivas as well, or something decorative. spoon and like soup. That's it. Next, what else do I have? It was prepared, but it was later. And there's some pattern of Hell's Kitchen, for instance, vegan fajitas, stir and fried. Tofurkey already. It is good. I found one in Safeway for Thanksgiving last year. It was really good. Vegan tofurkey, which is turkey made of tofu. It's not a real turkey. It is false scare for the turkey, so it's better just call it tofu. But it tastes good. Next is miseria. Those are it's like in the horror movie, but it's not. It's salad. Large cucumbers. We peel it. Slice it. Thin layers like this. In a bowl. Coconut creamer. And to that, a bit of sugar, a bit of salt, and a bit of lime juice. Mix in, and on top of it, we need to put the herb that is called dill. The dill, or dill. I'm not sure about pronunciation. Dill or dill. The one that is green has very small, tiny leaves that are like little sticks, and spread on it. Fantastic salad, and delicious. It has calories. Next, I'm having, by the way, rice. Tracy is cooking vegan, ladies and gentlemen, and providing stuff. She is gonna become non-food for the animals, which is great because it really signs that all in the United States is gonna become just like Tracy and I and everybody else. And we have paradise here, animals out, everything is then money for luxury, and everything is then tamed and wonderful. Next, desserts. I promise desserts. One of the best desserts is as follows. Sugar, it can be brown, frying pan, melting that sugar, to that 2-3 jars of coconut creamer, mix in, and poppy seeds, adding mixing. It needs to caramelize, so become golden. If it's white sugar, it takes a bit of time, and become candy. And poppy seed adds to it a great taste. It can be other stuff, it can be nuts, it can be other things. Some say, oh, why not granola bars? Granola bars some are very unpricey and not possible to buy. It's possible to make own. This one, it's a modified thing from Ukraine. I was like, Polo Ukraine, maybe she's only Polish, I don't know that. I don't know how much hatred she harbors towards her country of origin. It varies. I, for instance, just for the language, sometimes the vocabulary, I wish I don't know that the meteorite fell on them, something. Then goes away, but you see, it varies. It just depends. And that is why I don't like. This is also Catholic Church or that much. It's a quiet taste, and the same is with killing massive amount of pigs. And then Manson died pigs, and who died? Of course, the wife, not him. It's wife or children always. Wife or children. It's not somebody else's mother. No. But he goes, dead cow, 2 pigs and 5 fishes, At least if I have it, if I don't manage to save those alive, well, then that's my problem. I do not delegate having no one. Let's stick to the recipes. Desserts, so those ones from the pan in some sort of a form, in squares, and that's amazing candy. And that Ukraine was Dr. Renata. She was my brother's friend, and she was married, 4 kids, just a medical student. A very nice person. I also had some sweater last her because she gave it to him. Depends to see who is from that Ukraine. Not all I love, but some I do. Though I don't remember her that well. She made a good impression. I mean, she may be an otherwise horrid witch, we don't know, but she is a nice person as far as my memory. Next one, not that witches are horrid, you know, it varies. Next recipe is, let me think. Voila. Dumplings. Container, flour, in flour, water. In water we put now baking soda and also yeast. Yeast from the supermarket, the one that is already prepared. We don't have to grow it. I mean, it's possible to grow it, but it's not that easy. Mix it, and then into a form. Bread form is one option, or it can be just a simple stove, and on it a nice loaf, and that's it. Dumplings, water, flour. It does not have to be wheat. A slight bit of baking soda, a bit of salt, a bit of oil. Flat with the roller we make a mass, a flat mass on some flat surface with glass, circles, and then stuffing is like this. Mushrooms, I picked from the forest, straight from the forest. Mushroom, chopped, fried, a bit of this, a bit of that, whatever it was that I was able to lay my hands on, and stuffing, and then we fold it, you know, when it's a circle like this, and I baked it in the first on a stone stove, but some persons can also boil it, or in a stove, like Tracy has a stove, you know, and I could use it. So inside puff, and there are their bags. How are they supposed to look? Golden. It's possible to sprinkle them with a little fat so that they're even more golden. How many containers? Animals for treats even love them. Some, I mean, not all. For instance, Romeo has his own taste, you know. Besides, when it's blessed for dogs, you know, intended for dogs, then it's kind of labored, or the good wishes go for the dogs, and so sometimes I even ate some of those dog food trying it, but you know, and then feels like, well, who knows? Are they offering, or it's just an impression? We don't know, you know. And so it's optional. So those are some of my recipes. I do have more. I often improvise too, but cooking is fantastic, especially for self and others. And having cooking permit, I have no idea how long it takes, but it cannot be that difficult, considering how low the standards are in some places that are supposed to be for others, you know. That is in two places, you know, it was a jungle. I mean, a jungle of things. And serving food to community, everybody healthy. You see, we all are in harmony.